Where did you?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Venetia Alexander Marshall. Welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you're clicking the bell so when I am uploading on YouTube, you are notified. Now the makeup look I'm bringing for you guys. So I'm going to do my updated business attire makeup look. This is a makeup look, pretty much a neutral look, maybe a little wash of color for those days for work or if you're going on a job interview. This is the best makeup that you can wear, which is basically either go for the no makeup look or go for a neutral look, but not a lot of packed on foundation and concealer. So I'm going to bring that makeup look for you guys. I know I did a look about a year ago, so I'm going to bring you an updated look of that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. As of course for me, I'm about to get ready and go to work, as I got kids running around here getting ready for work and school as my son comes up the hall. Huh? Work? Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So as always, I have my handy dandy mirror with me. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and get started with primer. I have been loving this primer. I didn't realize with this primer, I'm actually just got this primer. I'm almost out. I gotta go get another of these primers here. So for primer, I'm going with my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Face Primer. I absolutely love this primer. I have been using the living daylights out of this primer, y'all. I have been using this primer. I really have been using this primer. Oh, I'm gonna put this on. I love this primer. Definitely have to go get some more. Oh, look. Let me tell you how much I've been using it. I am like almost out. I'm literally like trying to squeeze what I can out. I'm using my viewfinder because I'm literally like squeezing the last of this primer out. I didn't realize I was using this primer this much, but again, when I find something that I really like, I get multiple. I will constantly buy, and I'll tell you right now, this is a primer I'm going to constantly buy, like constantly. And that goes to show you how much I use this primer. This is also, I find, a very good primer for when you go out and you're wearing your face mask. It doesn't transfer, doesn't do a lot of makeup transfer onto your face mask. Which I think I'm going to go ahead and do a video for makeup that is transfer. It's not transfer proof, but it's transfer resistant for the majority of your makeup. And for me at my job, I do wear my face mask quite a bit at work. When I go out of my office and into the hallway, I always have my face mask on. All right, and see how the whatever shine I had, it mattified my shine, filled in my pores, and my makeup goes on smooth and it lasts all day. I'm telling you, this Too Faced Primed and Poreless, you gotta get it. So for foundation, I would suggest if you're gonna wear foundation, get a foundation that's gonna be light to medium coverage. I would suggest no full coverage foundation. I would not suggest that. So I am going to go in with a foundation that is light to medium coverage, and I really like this foundation. This is from Pat McGrath. This is her foundation. The shade I have is medium deep 26, so I'm going in with Pat McGrath today. The dupe for the Pat McGrath foundation is the Believe Beauty foundation. You can get that foundation at your local Dollar General. It's $5 as compared to this foundation at $68. So get the Believe Beauty foundation. It is a very good dupe for the Pat McGrath. So I am going to go in with Pat McGrath today. I don't know, have I worn Pat McGrath to work? I think I have. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I'm not into super full coverage foundation. I know a lot of people love that super full coverage foundation. That is just not me. I'm not into super full coverage foundation because of what I do. But when I promote my cosmetics line, Vam Cosmetics, then I'll go a little more with my foundation. My foundation is medium to full coverage. So you're definitely going to get that. This is supposed to be skin-like. Supposed to be like another layer of skin, and that's what this foundation definitely does. Can you build this foundation up? You can. But I treat it the way it is supposed to be treated, like skin-like. And this foundation is definitely skin-like for me. Which I will be doing an updated Pat McGrath makeup review. She's been coming out with a lot of new stuff. So definitely look out for updated Pat McGrath soon. Okay, so it's just enough coverage for me for work. Now my husband and I are planning a trip to Las Vegas, and this may be one of the foundations I bring with me to Vegas. There we go. So we got that into the skin really well. And again, it's supposed to be skin-like. Don't super alter your makeup look in the office. You really don't want to do that, particularly if you have a business meeting, or for us last week, we had interviews that we had to conduct for interviewing new candidates. I wanted my makeup as flawless and skin-like as possible, presenting myself and talking, and talking to potential candidates or potential employees to be part of my staff. All right, so I got that worked into the skin really well. So next we're going to move on with concealer. With concealer, I am going to stick with my Pat McGrath concealer. So I'm going with Pat McGrath today. Again, another foundation and concealer combo I'm absolutely enjoying. I have been wearing this concealer. I usually wear this concealer with the foundation. Now the concealer is a little more full coverage. It is a little thicker consistency as the foundation, as opposed to the foundation, but I can still make it work for the business world. You see, I did not do multiple swipes inside of the concealer tube. One swipe under the eye, in my regular areas, and to form my reverse contour. But again, you want to look skin-like, and you want to look business attire ready, and you want to look professional, particularly for job interviews. You do not want to go overboard with your makeup. All right, I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to blend my concealer out, and I'm not going for the overly heavy highlight under my eyes or under my chin. I'm still going to be able to do the contour. I'm not actually contouring, but it's just enough highlight for people to think I contoured. And it's going to be just enough for the office. So as you can see, I am forming my contour, but I'm not going overboard with the highlighting with the concealer. I'm not going overboard. You do not want to go overboard. And unfortunately, we see that a lot. And when they think that's supposed to be business savvy, business ready, no, you look cakey. So when a meeting is actually taking place and you're speaking in the meeting, then see, the topic of the meeting is not going to be the center of attention. Your makeup is going to be the center of attention, and you don't want that, because you end up becoming a distraction. and then you're going to take away from what the real meaning of the meeting actually was with the amount of makeup you have on. You don't want to do that. And I know we're now in a world of social distancing, and if you do have a meeting, like what we do now, we have a meeting, but we're socially distanced and everybody's wearing a face mask. But again, you don't want your makeup to look so heavy that it's, when you take the when you take the mask off and you're back in your office, most of your makeup is gone from your mouth, is all in your mask. But you not only want to look business professional, business ready with your makeup, you want to keep your makeup as transfer resistant as possible. I mean, it's not going to be 100% transfer proof. You're just not going to find that. But you want to be as resistant as you possibly can. All right, so now we got that into the skin. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I do set my face twice. So for the first setting powder, I am going to go in with my Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder in Banana. Yeah, the name is gone. I don't have very much of this left. I'm using the rest of what I have because I use the living daylights out of this powder. It is by far my #1 favorite banana powder. It is extremely messy, but I still love this setting powder. I'm actually using what's remaining, and when we travel, this is the setting powder I bring with me. It is Black Radiance. That banana powder has literally gone everywhere. It don't matter if we gone to Chicago, when we went to North Carolina for Thanksgiving last year, I bought this setting powder with me. Or for us down here, when we do our staycation, which our usual staycation lately in a coronavirus world has just been here in the city. At home, we'll just go to, my husband and I would just go to a hotel, just the two of us. But as far as traveling outside, for example, if we want to, for us down here in Louisiana, we know when we want to not leave Louisiana, but we want to leave our city, of course, we're going to go to New Orleans. But lately, we just been here in Baton Rouge, just going to a hotel, but just here in Baton Rouge. That's changing when we go to Las Vegas. So I don't bake for no more than 60 seconds, and then now I'm going to sweep the powder off to leave a nice, just barely there highlight, but still able to contour, or have a reverse contour. There we go, we got that in, nice and swept on. And we're leaving a nice finish to the skin. So now I'm gonna go in with a more skin toned setting powder. So I'm going in with the remaining of my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in Deep. I'm going in with the remaining because I don't have much of this left. Like literally, I'm turning it upside down to get the rest of it. And you need to talk about a really good drugstore setting powder. This is my #1 favorite for my skin tone, which is the Maybelline. And again, I just put it in my 4 areas and buff into the skin. There we go. Again, just buffing in, making circular motions. All right. So we got that worked into the skin really, really well. So whatever banana powder was remaining, I've toned it down some. So now I have the right amount for just enough reverse contour. I have just enough for everything. All right, now I'm going to top this back up so it doesn't get all over the place. All right, so next is bronzing. So I am going to go in with another favorite of mine. This is from Fenty. This is their bronzer in Coco Naughty. So I'm going to use Coco Naughty today. Again, light dusting of bronzer. Great for the office. I don't have much of this left. So I'm going in with Fenty today. I may have to get another one because I really do like this bronzer. So I'm going in with just a light dusting of a bronzer. I think my daughter trying to give me a copyright strike. She got all that music playing. Alright, so we got Coco Naughty. There we go. So we got that onto the skin. Alright, so we are good with that. So next I'm going to go with a light dusting of blush, just a small light dusting of blush. So for this I'm going to go in with a cream blush. So I'm going to stick with Fenty. I'm going to go in with my cream blush in the shade Strawberry Drip. Just a light dusting, light. Because if you're new to my channel, I'm not super into cream blushes, but if I do wear a cream blush lately, it is the Fenty Beauty cream blush, and I just lightly pat. I am doing a very light pat because I don't want to look like a clown. So I'm doing the lightest pat of blush. And it gives just the right amount. But it's also great for those days in the office where you don't want to have that overly powdering makeup on your face. You're in the office and you don't want to look super cakey. You really don't. So now I'm going to go back with my blush, with my brush I use for my bronzer and setting powder, and I'm just going to lightly blend it in and set it in place. So again, just giving that light wash of color. If you pay attention to Kamala Harris's makeup, she wears a light dusting of color. And for the debate she did almost 2 weeks ago, she had that light wash of color, and it was the perfect business attire. And it's not just for a vice presidential debate. It is perfect for the office, for work. She had a light dusting of color, but she didn't go overboard with her makeup. She still kept her makeup very professional. Next is eyeshadow. So I am going with a very neutral eyeshadow. So I'm going in with my Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette from Colourpop. I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow palette today. I'm not going to go overboard with this eyeshadow palette. This is more of a neutral eyeshadow palette for my lighter skinned people, but for us women of color, there are a few colors that does work for us, but I'm not going to go in with that traditional dark brown shade here. I'm going to go up one with this shade right above it because I just want a light dusting on my eyes. I'm not going to go super overboard with my eyeshadow today. And I do know Colourpop's eyeshadows can get quite pigmented. So I'm just going to go in with just a light dusting. I'm not going overboard. I want just enough color, particularly for my more melanin skin ladies. You want just enough color, but you don't want to go super overboard. Now it's gonna look like are you wearing eyeshadow or are you not wearing eyeshadow? You want to keep it professional, and you don't want about 5 or 10 different eyeshadows on your eyes. You don't want that. We're in the office. You're going on an interview. You want to keep it business. So I'm going in not just my crease, but all over up to my brow bone, and I am putting that eyeshadow in. But again, I want just enough almost like that no eyeshadow color look. Because again, we don't want to be in that business meeting and all eyes are on the 5 colors that's on our eyes. We don't want to do that. We want to keep it professional. I'm going to go in a little bit more. Again, not going overboard. By this time now, I'm doing a very light dusting. I'm still keeping my lids open. We are going to go with a shimmer, but not a heavy shimmer. Because again, you don't want to go overboard. Or I would suggest too, if you don't want to do the shimmer, make it an all matte look. That would be awesome. I've done all matte looks. That would be great. So now I am going to go with a light shimmer, but I'm not going to go overly light. So I'm going to go in with this shimmer right here at the bottom. I'm going to go in with that just a little bit. I want just enough. Again, not being overpowering with my eyeshadow. It's going to give me just enough sheen. And this is perfect for that. I'm giving just enough. So when the big boss comes in, my makeup is not speaking for me. There we go. So we have just enough sheen on the eyes. That's it. All right. That's all we're going for. We're going to go back with this brush again and just combine the two. So it doesn't look like two separated colors. We're blending. There we go. So we got just enough there. So next we're going to go with our setting spray. This is, again, it wasn't a favorite of mine, but now I absolutely love this, where I have a second one in the back. So I'm going in with my Morphe setting spray. So I'm going in with Morphe. And this is a setting spray that will not only lock your makeup in place, it does keep you matte all day. And I do use this setting spray quite a bit for work. So we're just going to let that sit on the face. I'm not going in with eyelashes. So if you're new to my channel, I am not a person that's into false lashes. You're not going to catch me with false lashes. I am not a false lash type of person. I'm sorry. I don't wear false lashes. I don't wear false lashes. I don't. But I am going to go with a very good volumizing mascara. So I am going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm going in with that today. See, I have a lot of top lashes. I don't have a lot of bottom lashes. I try. But I don't have a lot of bottom lashes at all. So let me suggest this for those of you that do wear the false lashes and you're going into a business setting. Don't come out there with them big lashes this big and the lashes start speaking for you. Keep your lashes to a minimum. Get the minimal lash, not them big wispy lashes. Minimal. So you want your lashes to look like they're your actual own lashes. They make plenty of lashes that it looks literally like your own lashes. Do not go overboard with your lash if you're going to go into the office with a lash. Don't do it. I'm telling you now. I don't see too many people at these other places with them big lashes, and the lashes are speaking for them. Last but not least, lip. Keep your lip nude. Don't go in there with no big bold red lip. Keep your lip nude. So I'm going in with my Dose of Colors liquid lip gloss. I'm going in with that today. And it's a nude color, so I'm keeping it nude. There you go. So we are keeping our lip very, very nude. And that is it with this business attire makeup look, my updated business attire makeup look. Now, I do wear my hoops in the office. I'm not overboard with my hoops, even though I can get overboard with my hoops. But I'm gonna keep it as business attire as I possibly can. I'm not going overboard with the hoops. So these are like a perfect staple for the office. I'm not going with the big bamboo earrings or the big hoops. Like I said, I do have some gargantuan hoops that I could go in with, but I'm not going to do it. So that is it. What time is it? Oh, I'm a little ahead. Very ahead, I should say. So very, very, very ahead. I like when I'm ahead. So this is it, the final look, my updated business attire makeup look. You don't want to go overboard with your makeup. You want to keep it as professional as you possibly can. You don't want the makeup to speak for you. You want to speak for you. So you want to keep your makeup look as simple as you possibly can. And hopefully this look is also 40 plus club approved. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.